Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm actually out here on my rooftop in Washington, D.C. I have a gorgeous view of the Capitol building, and then on my other side is the city, and I'm just grateful. I am so blessed, and just moment had me reflecting on a topic that I wanted to share with you all, and that is something very simple. It is the power of perspective. Now, I know we've heard a lot of different things about that probably, but the question I had to ask myself, and I was actually reflecting on this after a run club that I did yesterday, is what is the power of perspective? And the topic that I want to relate it to is relationships, because I know a lot of us are in different relationship stages in our lives. I'm almost 30 years old, if I mentioned before, single, not currently dating anybody, but also very content being in the space that I am in with the amount of independence that I have, the ability to explore, to serve myself at the highest level, and really just to treat myself how I want to be treated. And a lot of times, people in our generation, we have an issue being single, or we have an issue finding relationships, or we have an issue pursuing a partner. And I believe a part of that is the perspective that you have in that process. And just a little bit of my backstory. I've been fortunate to be in several great relationships. Unfortunately, they haven't worked out, but I've learned a tremendous amount from each of them. I believe I was with tremendous women in those relationships, and so I'm very fortunate. And I took a lot and I learned a lot from them. Some of them came months apart from each other. Some of them came years apart from each other. But what I've learned in pursuing a partner, because I have a desire to be married to a wife and potentially have children one day, and just be in a position where I can have a family, that's an aspiration of mine. What I've learned is a partner is not to be pursued, they are to be attracted, excuse me. And that is the power of that perspective. How did I get that perspective? I got that perspective in two ways. Perspective number one, and this is oftentimes something we don't reflect on in ourselves, and it's something I've had to say, Sajin, remind yourself of this, is we all have our own personal journeys. For me, my personal journey is through organic connections and meeting through friends or activities or just different events. I've been able to connect with some of the women that I've dated and had relationships with. And what I see a lot of times is people aggressively trying to pursue a relationship or aggressively trying to put themselves out there, and they're creating this energy and this aura that actually pushes people away, because people want not necessarily what they can't have. Yes, that is something, but people want someone who has an energy of confidence, of self-assurance, of independence, but who's a fantastic person. And so there is a perspective that comes with your own journey and your own path. And reflecting on my own journey and my own path has given me a lot of peace in knowing that the right relationship will come at the right time, at the right place, and in the right circumstances. And that is very challenging if you're on social media and you're seeing all your friends in relationships, and if you're older than me and maybe you have a time clock associated with relationships, or you have familial pressure, or maybe all of your friends are in relationships, and so you're reminded of that not being the case. I would challenge you to take perspective of where you're at, the benefits that you have of being single and by yourself, and able to enjoy all the experiences that you have in life without having to consult a partner whose opinion you respect, but who you're working with now in a relationship, and you have to consult them on certain things, or just the ability to explore or stay up or get up as early as you want, and not having the type of accountability that comes with that. I think that's a big part of it that we miss, and I have to remind myself the value of being single and what that looks like. So perspective has come from my own life and reminding myself of those things, which has truly come from also gaining perspective and wisdom from people further down the road than me. And I've talked to all types of people, people who are in their later stages in life and never had a partner and chose not to have a partner and they're in their 50s or 60s, or people who are older than me and still don't have a partner but have talked about the benefits, or people who are divorced, or people who are married who are in relationships and talk about what it's like to be in a relationship now and the accountability and responsibility of that versus not. And what that's done is it's gotten me to have gratitude for where I'm at and gratitude for my current situation. So it helps to have your own perspective, but it also helps to lean on others, to pursue others, to seek others, to have peace in your situation. And you can apply that to anything in your life. I think relationships is just a very easy topic for me to talk about. But outside of that, you could have it with your work and your career progression, or a business progression and how you're supposed to be hitting certain marks, and knowing that as an entrepreneur, it's going to take a long time. For some people, 2 years, some 5, some 10, some 20 years potentially on your journey to really find success in the avenue that you're trying to create it. In your health and fitness journey, having a personal trainer, or going on YouTube and finding people who can give you mindset and wisdom and perspective on what it's like to actually lose weight and how challenging it is. If you have an injury, I actually bumped into a guy at the gym, at my apartment gym, who is walking me through recovering from an Achilles injury and the process to do that and to stay healthy and stay in recovery so that he could get back and play the sport he loved, which is basketball. So much value and perspective. And I challenge you to reflect on your own life and write down what you're grateful for and what you have, even when what you say you want is not there yet. And then also talk to people, research people, learn different people's stories, understand everyone's journey is different, find gratitude in the place that you are now, and ultimately make it a great day, because that's all we have is the day. We have finite lives. We only get to experience this once, as far as we know, as far as I know at least. If you know other things, please let me know. But just enjoy life and don't allow your lack of perspective to rob you from joy, peace, happiness, and everything that should come with this life. So hopefully this message helps. Excited to share today, like I'm trying to do every single day for you all, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.